We now return to Mega March.
Hey everybody, and welcome again to our coverage of Mega March. It is I, Twitch, from Reploid REVO, here on Coleman X's show, Ramblin' Reploids, as we discuss the difference between character designs in Ruby Spears Mega Man and Captain N, of course. Cole, why don't you give us a few words?
Hello everybody, Coleman X here. Twitch, it's always great to have you.
Likewise.
And, yeah, today we're doing this one's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting from the pictures I've looked at, because we're doing, Dr. Wily.
Oh yes, the evil and nefarious Dr. Wily.
Hey, it was spelled like that in Mega Man 7, so it's canon.
Oh.
Just like everything else in Mega Man 7.
Well, he's got his name spelled so many different ways. It's gone from like...
It's true.
Like
Wily,
like EY, then it's like Willy, and like who knows anymore. And what gets me is how many games these issues persist through. Like you'd think that would be a thing of like the early NES era. Like maybe they'd stamp it out by like Mega Man 3. But no, it carries on well into the future. It wasn't until I think like Mega Man 8 when like everyone got everything kind of like down pat, and like they were like, no, this is how it is.
Well, that's the real reason they switched to voice acting, because you can't misspell voice acting.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, you can misspell voice acting, but you can make very many missteps.
Whoop, Mega Man.
What Mega Man? But that's a story for another time.
Yep.
So, looking at Dr. Wily in this particular one, I gotta say, Captain N, you did a good job this time.
Yeah, really, really accurate.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that, based on the sprites and the early artwork for Dr. Wily, that this is actually more accurate than Ruby Spears. Now, I say that...
Ruby Spears is like really accurate to Mega Man 7.
Yes.
Which is kind of strange, because I think that art came out after.
Oh yeah, 7 wasn't
Ruby
even out
Spears.
yet. Ruby Spears only had up to like Mega Man 5, I think. That was it.
Yeah, they just got the jump on it.
Yeah, I guess so. Part of it is a matter of art style, in that so Captain N based a lot of their character designs on the sprite art and not necessarily like the character art, because a lot of that was just not provided to them, so all they had was just like, well, I guess just boot up the game, and when you see the guy, that's what he looks like, you know? And so they'd base it off things like that. So looking at the sprite work, I think Dr. Wily is like, I hesitate to say 100% accurate. Because again, for some reason he's like missing a few fingers. I don't know if that's just like a thing in Megaland, but you know, they have the foresight to give everyone detailed fingernails, but not give them all of their fingers, which defeats the whole purpose of why cartoon characters only have 4 fingers.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever. If you're gonna spend the extra time drawing, you know, fingernails, I would just use that to give them an extra finger. But that's just me. So anyway, based on the sprite work, it's really accurate. Like they were able to miraculously interpret that he is indeed wearing a lab coat, and it's not like a weird jumpsuit or something that they gave to
like a bathrobe.
Yeah, it's like Dr. Wright over here, you know. They managed to figure out it is a lab coat, so they got that right.
And it's the right color.
Yeah, well, yeah, the lab coat is white. That's correct. Weirdly,
well, not with Dr. Wright. His is like mint green.
Well, yeah, his is like mint green, and it looks like a jumpsuit. It doesn't look like a lab coat. It's like a weird. It's like weird, like scrubs or something. And also with Dr. Wily, something that I think, you know, I don't know what his shirt color is in 7, but I know at one point he does have a pink shirt on, so it's really interesting that they were able to get Dr. Wily with a pink shirt, even though there is no artwork, I think, that shows him with a pink shirt. I don't even think the official artwork had that.
It's weird because that's what Captain N did too. It's like a lighter,
that's...
you know, like a very light.
Oh yeah, I was talking about Captain N, but yeah, they both.
Oh, sorry. I meant to say Ruby Spears.
Either way, they both give him like a pink shirt under the lab coat, which I just thought was interesting, because it's like, well, the games didn't show that up to this point, so how did you guys know what color it was? But
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess that was probably like the ink that they used the least, and they were like, well, let's just use up some of this pink ink that we have.
Yeah. It makes the rest of it stand out.
Yeah, it works. I like that they gave him bags under his eyes a little bit. I thought that was
exactly
detail.
what I was gonna say.
Yeah, see, look, we're synchronized today. We didn't even before the recording started. Me and him were on like the same wavelength about things, so it was really crazy how we're keeping that momentum.
Oh yeah, but yeah, because like the sprite looks like he's got just dark sunken eyes.
Yeah,
they translated it really well.
He's like, meh. The only thing I wish they gave him was they removed the cleft in his chin.
Mm-hmm.
They got rid of the cleft. Chin. They gave him they made it stick out, but they didn't give him the cleft. So that's the one thing that I think. Now that I'm looking at it, is actually bugging me about it. Other than that, that's just Dr. Wily. That's NES sprite Dr. Wily in cartoon form.
Yeah, so, he's the right height and everything. Yeah, it's pretty bizarre.
Yeah, they did a good job. And then comes, of course, Ruby Spears Wily, who interestingly, that's my Wily. Who interestingly, for both Light and Wily, instead of giving them white hair, they gave them gray hair, I guess, to make them less old or something, so they could run around and do crazy antics throughout the show. Oh, whatever, it works. But Dr. Wily has a little bit more of like an egghead in this one. Like, it's a little bit closer to an egghead, but they did keep his cleft. They got his little butt chin going on, so that's good. That's I'm glad that they went and did that, so that's good for them. And
for bonus points, when he was young, he was just Christopher Lloyd.
Oh my god, yes, he's just Christopher Lloyd when he's young. Okay, so I was joking about this. I don't know if we got this on recording, but I remember distinctly saying, you said he's Christopher Lloyd. I said he kind of looks like, who did I say? Oh my god, Nicolas Cage. Have you ever seen that image? Like, my hair is a bird, your argument is invalid. It's that image. He's got that hair, but like this weird cartoon mashup of Christopher Lloyd and Nicolas Cage. That's what it looks like. And who did I say Dr. Light looked like? Oh my god.
I don't know. We went with him looking like Mario.
Well, he does look like Mario.
Jumpman.
He looks like Mario, but there was a celebrity who's Burt Reynolds. He looks. I don't know why he's got this like Burt Reynolds looking like thing. He probably doesn't look at all like him.
Last.
Yeah, I know, right? But like that's what comes to my mind when I see this version of him. I don't know. And we see Wily used to have a mint green shirt, and then it looks like he at some point traded it for the pink one. I guess he just really likes his pastels.
Well, Captain and Dr. Wright stole it and turned it into a different suit.
Exactly. But yeah, I think that both shows, strangely, did a really good job of getting Wily correct.
Yes.
Later on, even Mega Man 7 and later games, Wily's hair went from being completely white to like kind of gray. So Ruby Spears did pretty much get that right. So that's good on them. And I think the only thing that really changed is that he wears jeans. I don't think Wily in Captain N wears jeans.
Yeah.
That's like a thing that I've noticed, is like Wily always wears jeans. There's only like a few times where he has like a really fancy outfit, like in Mega Man 8, they like gave him like his own like getup. He looks more like
Mega Man 8 outfit.
Yeah, they made him look more like an actual supervillain there, rather than like an eccentric supervillain, as opposed to just like a guy in jeans who makes robots. Like,
he had like the skull tie and stuff.
Yeah.
That was cool.
I feel like that's when he's just kind of like reveling in it, and he's just like, screw it, I'm gonna go absolutely crazy with this. Why not?
His normal clothes were at the dry cleaners, and he just had his like Halloween costume.
Exactly. That's what happened. He just kind of ran out of regular clothes, and he's like, I gotta spiff it up. Like, even his lab coat isn't a lab coat. It's like a crazy lab coat with like a cape and stuff.
A Yu-Gi-Oh type lab coat.
Yeah, exactly. He's rocking into, no pun intended, rocking up to Mega Man 8, looking like Seto Kaiba over here.
Wily!
Yeah. Like, Mega Man shows up, and he's like, Wily, hand over that robot. And he's like, I would love to, but you're going to have to duel me for it. And then, like, they both, like, whip out the dual discs, and they just have, like, a card game over the lifeless body of Duo. The first one of us to reach 0 life points is going to the Wily realm.
Mega Man runs out of life points, and then that robot grabs him, and he screams for 2 minutes straight.
Yeah. Ah! Put that in, please. Yeah, just maybe like 5 seconds of that, not the whole thing. You get it. If you hear 5 seconds of it...
It'll just be playing in the background the entire video.
Oh, no! Oh, you just, like, stretch it out in Sony Vegas, really make it last. I mean, if you've heard 5 seconds of Mega Man screaming while a giant ape, like, shocks him against a wall, like, you don't need to hear, like, 30 seconds of it. Like, I wonder, like, did they give that poor woman, like, a glass of water when she was done? Because, jeez, like, she was really, really screaming.
No, they just said, okay, now do X.
Okay, there you go. Exactly. Go do X. We got this game coming out next month. Come on. Jeez, man. Yeah. I don't know. There's really not too much to say. Both Wilys look good. I'm gonna say Captain N. Wily gets a little bit more points this time for game accuracy, which I never thought I'd say that string of words out loud in a sentence. But that's owed to the fact that Ruby Spears Mega Man, which is on average more accurate to the games, just went with a different art style where everyone is like properly proportioned. So that's the one thing. It's kind of interesting how that overlaps, that they can be more accurate on the whole, but in very specific instances, Captain N is more accurate to the game. So I don't know. It's kind of interesting how that happens. And I'm curious to see if we come across any other instances like that. But yeah, you know.
Yeah, well, so far Wily is the most accurate, like Captain N by like a long shot.
Out of all of the Mega Man characters that have appeared on Captain N, he is the most accurate one of them all.
Yeah, I'd say out of every character in the show, period.
Oh, you're right, actually.
Now that I'm really thinking about it.
Well, I mean, I guess you could kind of squint and say Kid Icarus, you know, is kind of...
Okay, that one's
He's pretty much Pit. It's just, you know, he's just an ugly version of Pit. But it's still him.
Like hideous. Yeah.
He's piteous.
Well, remember how in Hey Arnold he had that cousin named Arnie? It was like him, but really
and he would
ugly.
always like snort.
Yeah, that's Kid Icarus to Pit. That's his Arnie.
God, exactly. That's like the difference between like Bart and Bort on The Simpsons. Bort. What? He's like looking at the license plates. You remember that, right? He kept like, it was like the Bart that kept going by with like the squintier eyes and like had like more spikes on his head. He was just always watching Bart as he goes by. Bort. Yeah, I guess that's the difference between like Wily and Wily with like an EY, or like Wily and Willy.
Yeah.
Wily and Willy.
Dr. Willy.
Never
forget.
Good old Dr. Willy.
Wily, you know, you should know more about his design than anyone else here.
Stop. Okay. We talked about this before the episode, and so slight plug. I used to cosplay Dr. Wily as part of a cosplay group that I helped organize at MagFest, or Mag Prime if you're in the know that there's multiple different MagFests around the country. And I used to be Wily pretty much every year consistently. I have temporarily put him on hiatus. I was actually Grenade Man one year, so I did that. That was a lot of fun.
I didn't know that.
I gotta send you pictures. I don't have a lot of them actually, but I did do it. It was a lot of fun. Grenade Man was great. I really wanted to be a robot one year. And luckily, that was the year that someone else decided to show up as Wily. I was always the only Wily that ever showed up. And so the one year I decided I wasn't going to be Wily, another Wily showed up.
Nice.
So I was really glad that we were able to have all the Robot Masters there with Wily and stuff like that. But yeah, if you want, there will be a link maybe in the description if Cole would do me the pleasure of adding it, where you can go and check out our MagFest exploits, and you can see pictures from our photo shoots and things like that. And yeah, I was Wily. Other people were Robot Masters. Bonus level was Black Zero, Tornado Man, and Tomahawk Man EXE a couple of years. And
My goodness.
yeah, and there was one time when this is when I proposed a bonus, is she was dressed as Tornado Man. This is more like a funny sidebar, but she was dressed as Tornado Man, and I was Wily, and everyone had this big thing, and we're all here doing the photo shoot, we're wrapping up. So I gathered everyone around, I made like a short sappy speech about like, you know, how everyone here is my friends, and I love all of them, they're all great. And I said, you know, I owe it to Mega Man that, you know, brought me and Bonus together, and then that's when I popped the question. She says, yes, we're married now, but then she told me afterwards, she goes, I was about to yell at you to shut up because you were talking too much. You were being obnoxious. And I mean, I'm just messing with you, but it would have been, I was about to yell at you because I thought it'd be funny. I'm really glad I didn't.
Oh, before the whole thing kind of clicked?
Yes, before I did it, she was about to yell at me, and then she decided, I'll hold my tongue on this one.
Probably a good call.
Yeah, that was, I feel like the fates aligned, and like, you know, she realized, you know what, maybe now is not a good time. There's something funny about the air in the room today. So
it's such a cute story.
I just thought it was really funny that seconds before I was about to propose, she was contemplating yelling at me to shut up. Oh, Mega Man is a matchmaker, you guys.
Yep.
Get you a girl who does Mega Man, because let me tell you, it seems to work out for just about everyone that I know. I always know someone who got together because of Mega Man, and it always seems to work. You know, guys, gals, everyone out there. I don't know what it is. I think it's just that Mega Man is such a wholesome series, and it kind of contributes to this attitude of being a good person, and you know, and being nice, and just good things all the time. And so when you find other people who are into it, you just kind of click because you're both good people and you have good taste and you share this love of something awesome. And yeah, I know this is going a little way off course from discussing Dr. Wily of all things, but I don't know.
Hey,
I just figured, you know, it's a good thing. People should know about this kind of stuff. It's out there for you. You know, follow what you guys love, and you'll find someone who loves it the same, and you know, things will just kind of work out. Yeah, man, good vibes all around.
If anything, you know, you're gonna create some really good friendships, like. So,
yeah,
me and you came together, you know?
Yeah, man, absolutely.
On a whim. And it turned out great. We have so much fun together.
Definitely, yo. Like, there's so many things that, like, just come of fandoms, and I want to say fandoms as a whole. Yes, fandoms as a whole, but although I do know that a lot of them are a little harsh sometimes.
Yeah.
But I feel like Mega Man is the most friendly one that I've ever seen, and like we're behind the 8 ball all the time, and we just kind of take it on the chin, and we're just like, nope, we're Mega Man fans, and this is not what Mega Man would want us to do. We're gonna conduct ourselves better, you know, and that's what we do. And I'm just really glad that, you know, we could all be part of this awesome community. We could all make awesome friends. A lot of my best friends that are gonna be my friends for life, you know, people that I've met, you know, even just on the internet, you know, it's all because of Mega Man, and it's great. So yeah, what I'm saying is, cosplay Dr. Wily, go to conventions, and you two can one day get married.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, there you go.
That's beautiful.
Thank you. So on that note, I think we'll go ahead and wrap this one up before I get all warm und tingly inside.
Before Bonus yells at you to shut up.
Yeah, before she yells at me to shut up. Exactly, because I'm talking too much. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Cosplay Mega Man stuff. Go talk to people. Make friends. Captain N did a good job this time, weirdly. But probably not the next time. So join us then as we dissect their next victim in the redesign area, and leave us a comment down below if you have any good Mega Man memories or any friends that you've made out of Mega Man, and if you have any other designs from Captain N that you absolutely despise or that you think they absolutely nailed. I, for one, am quite a big fan of Mother Brain. So Thanks everybody for joining us. We'll see you guys in the next one. This is Twitch from Reploid REVO is signing out. And thank you again, Coleman X, for having me on the show. And we'll see you guys then.